Good morning all, Tony Sycamore here. It is May the 2nd, bringing to you a video review of 4 key charts of interest for the week ahead. I'd like to start this week with the S&P 500 because we are starting to see a little bit of, signs of loss of momentum here in the S&P 500. You can see on the weekly chart here, this loss of momentum candle generally points to some pause or at least some consolidation to the uptrend. And when we look at the seasonals, May is generally one of the weaker months of the year. The May-June period is locally, it's worth about 3% in the ASX 200. In the S&P 500, I'd be looking for about the same if this S&P, the low of this S&P candle starts to break. And when we look at the daily chart, you can see that the low of this weekly candle is coming in around 41.60-ish. So that would be the first pointer that a pullback is underway. The second indication that we're starting to see a seasonal correction is a break below this trend channel support and also these lows around 41.10. In a nutshell, what I'd be, if I was long and we'd had a nice run up higher, I would be looking to tighten stop losses on long positions at the very least, either to 41.50 or down below 4100. In terms of going short, I think you need to be very, very smart and very tactically savvy about it. But if we were to see a 3% pullback, that gets us down into this region here. And below there, we have some trend channel support coming in around 38.70-ish. And then, of course, below there, the 200-day moving average, which is sitting at around 36.50. So in a nutshell, tightening up stops on long. We are aware of the possibility of a pullback during this seasonally weak period. Looking at the Aussie dollar. Now, the Aussie dollar ran into a wall of selling again on Thursday, up around 78.20. And potentially that was a little bit of an indication that we're going to see some pullback or some consolidation in commodities. And certainly that's what's happened. Now, where that leaves the Aussie, the medium-term picture has been that we've had a 5-wave rally, and this is all corrective. A break above 78.20 is clearly required to get that uptrend re-established. Until that occurs, I need to see the Aussie hold this horizontal support coming in around 76.70. If the Aussie was to break below there and close below there, I would start to get concerned. We're going to get another leg lower of this correction back towards this 75.32 low, potentially towards a 200-day moving average, which is coming in around 74.60. One thing to keep in mind, there was broad-based US dollar buying on Friday, and whether that turns out to be month-end buying, I'm not sure. We'll find out more on Monday. If this sell-off is reversed first thing on Monday, I think we could just assume that this wasn't a real move. It was just a rebalancing flow due to month-end. So Monday price action going to be very, very important in Aussie. In sterling, similar price action. US dollar buying across the board, and that took sterling back towards 138, the figure. Not far below there, we see this uptrend support coming in around 137.70. So my preference is that if this was just month-end, a one-off month-end flow, that sterling should hold this 137.70 area before a retest of this 140.10, 140.20 high. For me to get that uptrend in sterling really re-established, we can't break below this low, and certainly not below this double low over here, 136.70. Above 140.20, it starts to look good for a move up to 142.43. So in a nutshell, we're looking to see whether this is just whether Monday confirms this as genuine selling or whether it was just a one-off month-end flow. Finally, this week, I'd like to look at Bitcoin, and the situation has unfolded largely as we expected. I think here we were saying, we released a video 2 weeks ago, and we said that we thought this was the start of a decent pullback. Got down to 47,555. And the way I see this decline is being part of a 3-wave corrective pullback. We've had the wave A. This is wave B, up towards this 58,500 area. I'm looking for it to top out broadly in this area here for another leg lower down towards 40,000. Now in this 40,000 region, I think this is where you start to look to accumulate Bitcoin, assuming there is signs of stabilization, looking for the uptrend to resume, including a test of 65,000. That is all for this week. Thank you for listening. If you like our videos, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And to find out more about our trade ideas, please check out our reports. Thank you for listening.